but he ain't listen to me, but he ain't listen to me, but he ain't listen to me. I tried to talk to him. He ain't listen to me, but he ain't listen to me, but he ain't listen to me, but he ain't listen to me.
I hate when I get caught with stuff in my mouth. What up, though? It's your boy, OMC Spaceship Oasis, the Incredible. Back for another edition of In This Corner, Pro Wrestling with a Kick. We're going to talk a little Monday Night Raw today, baby. Night of Champions. I lost again. The fuck? Get tired of losing. J-Rock whoops me damn near every PLE now. We're going to talk a little Monday Night Raw today, baby. Night of Champions. I do look good on you. Okay. I ain't tripping. So, tonight was a little different because Raw actually started at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. And so I watched a little bit of it. Then my ass, of course, I'd be tired. After work, I'd be tired. So I go to sleep and shit. I ended up taking a nap. And that usually about 5 o'clock is my nap time. I'll get up about 6:30, 7 o'clock to get ready to cook dinner and watch Monday Night Raw with Fat Boy. But I took the nap in the middle of the show. So I think I went to sleep right around Goldberg. So I had to wake up. I did my first oil change in my car. I'm over 40 years old and I've never done an oil change. Today was the first day that I did an oil change. And I got my little broken knee ass down there. And so that was cool. I was excited about that because, in a segue, it's tough because I never learned that growing up, right? And so I was never taught that. I go to a store. I go to the shop. I pay my fund. But today I knew I needed an oil change, so I went ahead and shout out to Marlo. He showed me what to do, and it was really easy. So now I'm excited. Like I can't wait to do my next one by myself type shit. Right? Monday Night Raw. I did finish watching it. I liked the show. I don't know if I'll ever be a big Raw reviewer, a WWE reviewer, because my take on wrestling just seems like it's so different than what other people are saying or other people are thinking or these mainstream recappers. I enjoyed the show. The main event, it was good though. And it had a definitive winner, which I liked. Jey Uso coming out at the end, that just keeps him in the loop of the main event scene, even though he's not champion right now. I don't know what fuck Seth doing. Seth is just messing with everybody's head right now. He came out with Gunther, him and CM Punk. That's like the never-ending feud. I think that feud's been going on damn near 3 years since he came back, which was 2023. Because 2024 he got hurt. 2025 they wrestled at WrestleMania. So yeah, it's been like November, 2.5 years almost. Almost going on 3 years. No, almost going on 2 years. Let me stop. Worth a feud. And there's some people, hey Quita, there's some people that are ready for that to be over with. Woo! What up, Rock? Well, we got some matches for Evolution. We got another match added to Saturday night's main event, which is going to be interesting. And I think it's good. LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. And we'll talk about that for a minute as well. So let's get home with the show. We started the show with Rhea Ripley. She started the show. She brings up Evolution. She says she hopefully has put Judgment Day in the back burner now. And I think they had to move away from the proposed match of Liv and Raquel versus Rhea and Nikki Bella. Haven't seen Nikki Bella since Liv got hurt, so maybe that has stopped her from coming back, which sucks. But she says she's ready to move on. She's ready to put her priorities in straight, and boom, here comes Io. And Io's smiling. Io's a star. Io hasn't wrestled much since WrestleMania, but they're still giving her the props and giving her the power and energy to look up there with Rhea. which I'm cool with. Io, she said, I talked to Adam Pearce. He said, I get to choose who I want to wrestle at Evolution. And I want to wrestle the best. So they set up the match for Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky at Evolution. And that should be a good match. I'm wondering because we thought Io was going to face Asuka at SummerSlam. So I'm wondering how that's going to go. I'm wondering who's going to win. Everybody, of course, thinks Rhea's going to win. I don't know. Sometimes I think the best person, unless it's Cody, of course, has to chase the title. But I'm thinking Rhea said she'll do whatever she can to win. So I'm excited about that match. And she says, you know, after I win, don't get mad by getting what you want. Jada Kiss said it best. Get what you asked for. Get it because you asked for it. So I don't know if there's going to be a heel turn. I doubt it. I don't. Rhea's way too popular. Io's way too popular. I think this would just be a good match if it doesn't have some type of disqualification or wonky finish. Then you have your Judgment Day segment. AJ pops up. Dom is growing a beard. By SummerSlam, Dom is going to have a full beard, y'all. Watch what I say. AJ say Dom is a punk ass. He looks at it because Dom is up there like, oh, I can't wrestle. You can't touch me. If you touch me, you won't get a match. And so AJ puts on his glasses and he's like, oh, yep, the doctor did say you were the punk ass, which was funny. And I like that they're still setting this up. And they were getting ready for the Judgment Day match. JD McDonough and Finn Balor to go against the New Day, which I'm not a New Day fan. I'm a Kofi fan, not a Xavier Woods fan. But this match was good. The crazy part about this match, if y'all noticed, Judgment Day was acting like the faces. The crowd was cheering for them. The hot tag, Finn was screaming and chanting and recalling the crowd. Finn, and towards the end, and it was a lot of good matches. And I said during this match, I said, do we realize in 2025, hey, Adriana, John Cena and New Day are both heels? That's crazy. That's crazy. But this match had a lot of intensity, a lot of good matches. I don't like New Day either. I can't stand them. But Finn hits JD by accident. New Day hits a midnight hour for a 2 count. They come back. Kofi went on the outside. Finn hits him with a sling blade. JD McDonough hits that moonsault. Finn Balor comes back up, hits him with the coup de grace. And the fucking Judgment Day beat the New Day for the title. And the crowd went crazy. And I'm like, how are they going to be faces? Will Judgment Day become faces now? And I'm trying to think. Judgment Day has never been faces. The Judgment Day has, ever since they started with Edge, they've always been heels. But the way the crowd popped for Finn and JD, I'm wondering. And if they do turn faces, I can see Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed winning those titles off of them. But we'll see. Then you had your Bayley and Lyra segment where they were just really bitching at each other and arguing. And Adam Pearce comes in and tells them that this match will be for number 1 contendership at Evolution. And I already knew when they said that, I knew this would be a no contest because I think we're gearing up for a triple threat match. Lyra's a little whiny here. Lyra seems a little whiny here, right? Like, she's like, you don't know. And she, what's up, Martha? What up, Ghost? You don't know what I've been going through and I've been fighting. And I'm sitting here like, Becky took out Bayley, though, before you. So let Bayley get her lick back, too. Why is you tripping? Then you get ready for Sheamus and Rusev. And I'm not a Natty fan. So I'm like, why is Natty there? Why is Natty there? But she's with American Alpha now. So you had your Goldberg promo. And then you had your Sheamus versus Rusev match. Hard-hitting, physical match, good match. Did not know who was winning. And it was funny because this was around the time when I went to sleep. So Fat Boy was telling me stuff about the match like, I bet you Sheamus hit him with 15 beats of the Bowery. How you know? Then I had to realize, fool, you was up while I was asleep. So what happened, Rusev took the side panel off the turnbuckle, ran Sheamus into it, hit him with a Mashka kick, and Rusev won. And I like that. I like that Rusev did win that match. Sheamus doesn't need to win. but I think they might trade wins and losses for a minute. But Rusev needed that win to establish himself coming back into WWE. You had your Goldberg promo, as I mentioned, and then you had this match. Then you had American Alpha in the back. Hey, Kimmy! Shout out to Kimmy Cakes in the building. Hey, baby. I will show you my ankles. That's just for you, mama. That's just for you, mama. And so I told Fat Boy, El Grande Americano is not Chad Gable. And we saw today, Grande Americano was taller. Chad Gable was in a sling. So they cannot be the same person. Then you pan over to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn was talking about his match Saturday at Night of Champions, and Karrion Kross comes and whoops that boy ass. Beats him down. Keeps that feud going. Maybe. But what it did was he had to sell the ribs for the match tonight. Then you had your Gunther segment. He was talking about how he's going to whoop Goldberg, and then he's going to ask who's next, and boom, here comes Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins comes out, talks his mess to Gunther. Gunther's really just standing there. And then CM Punk comes out. CM Punk and Seth fights. As Seth leaves the ring, Gunther and Punk bump into each other. Right? And Punk is like, bitch, get off me. That's how he was feeling. That's his energy. Bitch, get off me. You feel me? And so while Seth is in the crowd talking his shit, LA Knight comes behind Seth Rollins and starts beating him up. So we're going to get Seth Rollins versus LA Knight at Saturday Night's Main Event, which should be a pretty good match. Hey, Sonder. Hey, Janae. Hey, my babies. Love y'all. And so then we see Judgment Day. Judgment Day is talking, and they happen to had another segment where they said, give Roxanne the title with Raquel. And he said Raquel got to be good with it. So Finn and them makes a vote. Finn and JD says yes to Roxanne. Dom says yes. That's going to be interesting when Liv comes back. And Raquel was like, hey, she'll be back. She's been training 2 or 3 days, 2 or 3 times a day. She's trying to get back. And Finn like, hey, I've had a shoulder injury. She's not just going to come back. So Raquel is on a wait and see, kind of like, okay, Raquel, come on, Roxanne, I'll let you be this. So at Evolution, they're going to be in a fatal 4-way for the tag titles against a team from Raw, a team from SmackDown, and a team from NXT. Drop down below if you want to guess what teams are going to be in that fatal 4-way match with Raquel and Roxanne. So they did take that vote. Oh, I done broke my phone so much. If y'all tried to call me, my phone don't work, y'all. Like, I can text sometimes because they be saying emergency calls only, out of signal. I'm like, what? Took it to the store. Store didn't do nothing about it. Then you had your Bayley and Lyra match, which is a pretty decent. I think this match was better than Bayley and Becky for last week. But it ended up with a double pin. And I watched the match over and it seemed longer. But when I watched it the first time, that phone do not work. Hey, please get into wrestling. Because we have wrestling parties, Kimmy. And you can come dressed like a wrestler. You can bring your son. My son dress up as a wrestler. It's fun. We have fun at the wrestling party. And we probably going to have one August 3rd for SummerSlam. That's what I'm looking for. Look at it. Because the 3rd is a Sunday. So I'm thinking we're going to have the SummerSlam party on August 3rd. But, of course, we got the double pin from Bayley and Lyra. And they kept fighting. Fought all the way to the back. So this animosity and intensity is heating up. And what that's going to do is also, once again, bring that triple threat match. Oh, yeah, we dress up like wrestlers and everything around here. We dress up like wrestlers over here. We have shots. We have predictions. We have door prizes. We have food. Oh, man. It'd be fun over here. And then in our main event, we had Sami Zayn and Penta versus Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, which was a good match, heavy-hitting match. I think the highlight for me, first of all, I like seeing Penta in the main event. They're not letting Penta fall into the cracks. They're giving him, they're bringing him up to stature with the Sami Zayn, with the Jey Uso, with the CM Punk. He even interfered he came to the ring during the match at Night of Champions, which, it was funny because it was like Penta flew all the way to Saudi Arabia for a 30-second spot. That's your job, though, player. I done drove to Fort Worth for a 5-minute meeting with a kid. It happens. Yep, my ankles. You ain't see my picture? Oh, yeah, ankles out and everything. All that. But Sammy hit a suplex on Bronson Reed. He hit a Blue Thunder bomb, even with the messed up ribs. And I didn't like the ending because what happened was Bronson, when he got ready for the suplex, Penta clothesline Bronson Reed over the turnbuckle, right? Or over the ropes. Sammy hit the suplex. Turns around, gets a spear from Breaker. Breaker pins Sammy. Why didn't Penta break up the pin? So then they started jumping on Penta or whatever afterwards. And then Jay Uso comes out with a chair, hits Braun Breaker, gets in the ring, hits Bronson Reed, clears the ring out. We fade to black. That was okay, but it didn't leave me compelled to want to know what's next. I think if people say they didn't like this episode, I think that's the big thing about it. We didn't get something that said, what's next? What's going to happen next? Do I tune in to next week? Right? What do I do to tune in next week? And so it was good. It was a good show. I'm going to actually give this show, because tonight I think the in-ring action highlighted. And then we had the Judgment Day win, which was a shock to me. The backstage promos was pretty good with Karrion Kross still whooping on Sammy with the Judgment Day stuff. I did kind of like it. I want to watch that again. The Gunther, Seth Rollins thing, to truly hear what they said. I'm going to give this show three ships. I might want to give it more later if I look back on it, but I think it was a bad show. It was a good show. For me, I'm happy they made it back from Saudi Arabia safely. Right? That was my thing. I was like, I hope nothing happened, because there was one time when I think they went to Saudi Arabia and something happened to their flight and they couldn't leave. So, with all the stuff that's going on over there, I think this was tough. So we're setting up Saturday Night Main Event. We got another match for that. We're setting up Evolution. We got a Battle Royal. I think the Battle Royal is for a shot at the women's title at Clash in Paris, which is going to be following SummerSlam. So we already have lined up who's going to fight for SummerSlam as far as Jade Cargill. But then you setting up your next opponent for Clash in Paris, which is cool. I don't mind that. Let's just make sure that we keep them strong until they win their title. We still got Naomi looming. We still got Seth looming. Seth to change the briefcase to black now, so I guess that's the color of their group now. LA Knight, I'm happy LA Knight is getting a chance to fight a main eventer. I don't think he's going to win, but I would like it if he won. And I can almost see a world where Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins goes against LA Knight, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. Where's Roman Reigns? When is he coming back? What is he going to do at SummerSlam? It's a lot of questions, but it's not a lot of questions on who's the next challenger, who's the next contender. We got Gunther and Goldberg. Seth and his group, what are they doing? If they feel a little stagnant now, I need them to do something to make them say, my presence is here. I didn't necessarily want Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to be a tag team, but I think that might be the best move for them, because they're not going to face Dom. They're not going to face for the world title. They are henchmen right now. They give me, but they give me Randy Orton and Batista vibes. You feel me? So we're going to see that. What are your thoughts? What do you think? How did you like Raw? Put your comments down at the bottom. We're going to check y'all out this Thursday for the Wild Out Radio Thursday night house party. I don't even remember who the guest is Thursday. I forgot who she said the guest was Thursday. But it's probably going, Jay Holland, my brother. OG Jay Holland in the building, man. So I love y'all, man. Y'all be a blessing to somebody's life. And as always, little nigglets.
But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. I tried to talk to him. He ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. But he ain't listen to me. Try.